So, with Halloween Ends pretty much being the end of the Blumhouse era of films, Blumhouse did say that this is our final Halloween movie, but it's not going to be the last Halloween movie. In that, this series is going to probably more than likely, the rights are going to go to some other studio, and Malika Akkad, who is the owner of the franchise, since after his father, Mustafa Akkad, and his daughter were tragically killed in a terrorist attack in Jordan, basically, this franchise could easily come right back around. Like, this franchise could easily be resurrected in some way, shape, or form in the future. That's something you have to look at with these franchises, that someone could easily just dust it off and do something different with it. And Halloween Ends feels like a movie, and it really does feel like a movie that is a film that... It's really much a film that feels like a good finale. Like, I'm hoping at the very least it'll be a good finale for everything. Like, it will be a good finale for this franchise. But knowing, you can't keep, the old saying goes, you can't kill the boogeyman. So, I'm just gonna talk about what I would like to see from a few... I'm not really... Well, I might throw out some ideas here and there, but... Really, I'm going to throw out some things I do and don't want to see with the next Halloween movie. So let's start with the don'ts. Let's start with my don'ts. Things I don't want to see in the next Halloween movie. I think we should not do another Halloween movie in this time period, like in the present. I don't think we need another, because it's gonna be ridiculous. Like. Michael in the future, Michael's gonna be what, 70, 80? You can't really explain that. I don't care that Michael is a force of nature, and even though he's my favorite slasher, even I am he is just a guy, and whatever dark force is keeping him alive ain't gonna be able to keep his bones together for that long. So that's kind of ridiculous, really. I do think that is straight up ridiculous. I will say that I think what would be best is if we did a period piece film with Halloween. And what I mean by that is, depending on what continuity you follow, or make a new timeline, because Halloween is nothing if not, confusing in time. It is like a multiverse in of itself. The multiverse of Michael madness. Multiverse of Myers. Multiverse of Myers. There you go. There's the joke right there. Depending on if you make a new timeline or continue with another, the interesting thing is that there's a lot of unexplored stuff you can do with Michael. Like, maybe do a film, like a prequel film, but not in the sense like Rob Zombie's film, but more like a film set with Michael before, and this is just an idea I just had randomly, of a Michael year one. And what I mean by that is, we don't focus on Michael as a child in the asylum. I'm talking about the time, have it be set in the time between when Michael was brought to Smith's Grove and the time he broke out in the 70s. So you could do a film in the 5 years. This is going to sound crazy, but hear me out. 5 years before Michael escaped Smith's Grove and went on his killing spree and tried to kill Laurie Strode. How about a younger Michael who basically broke out of Smith's Grove before, and it's the first night he came home. It's a Michael year one kind of story of Michael going out and killing people for one night before Dr. Loomis captured him and is okay, there's really nothing there. So something like that, I don't know. That kind of idea, or have it be set in a time period where you could do the 80s or the 90s. I just don't think doing another Michael Myers movie that isn't a remake set in the present time is gonna fly with anybody, because we've pretty much now done everything with Michael up to putting him in space, which there's another don't right there. Don't fucking put him in space or time travel or something. Don't do any of that. What I kind of also don't want to see, no Cult of Thorn or like dark. I don't like the idea of Michael being possessed by some dark magic. That I never liked that. Nor did I like the whole thing with Rob Zombie making his family like a bunch of hillbillies. The whole thing about Michael is that he just snaps. Like, that's what I've always liked about Michael, is that originally he's just a guy, he's just a kid who just snapped one night and just killed his sister and then went on a killing spree. And there's no rhyme or reason for it. Like, sometimes things happen to people will just snap for no rhyme or reason, or even not even for the smallest things. And that's what I've always found scary about Michael, is that he just he just went. He just just had this desire to kill his sister and just kept killing. That's what I really like about this. What I like about this character. So I don't want like something to explain like, oh, this is why he kills people, or it's some dark force or dark cult. Just have it be Michael is. Just like Darkseid, Michael is. Another thing on the don't want list is I don't want Laurie Strode again. I don't think we should have another Laurie Strode. We did that in the remake. Didn't work at all, Rob. Did not work at all. And I think we should just focus on new characters. I think we can focus on characters outside of the Strode family. I think it'd be kind of cool to bring in some new blood, depending on where you go with this film. You know, keep the Strode family out of it. Yes, we did have a film like that called Halloween Resurrection, didn't work, but I think under the right director, I think you can do something good with that. What I would like to see, you know, I'd like to see a film kind of really talk about more of kind of what David Gordon Green is doing in Kills and now in Ends, is talk about like the effect Michael has and you know, on the people around him, like that kind of, that it's almost like he is terror incarnate and it's something that you should be afraid of, and it's kind of wearing on a town. Like, I think that'd be kind of cool, is kind of go into more of other people that were affected that night in the 70s. I think it would also be kind of cool to do a film of Michael not set in Haddonfield. I think, like, we've only had, like, what, 2 movies of him not set in Haddonfield? Actually, no, I think it's just one. I think it's really just one film not set in Haddonfield. And what I'd like to see is maybe have, like, Michael in, like, maybe a prison. Like, he's captured and sent to prison, and Michael is, like, killing his way through, you know, cops and convicts left and right. I think that'd be kind of a new setting. Just don't fucking send them to space. Anyway, so those are just a few ideas right there, but I'm curious what you guys have to say. I just thought this would be a quick video because we know, like I said before earlier in the video, you can't kill the boogeyman. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what would you like to see done after with the next Halloween movie? Because we know we're going to get it from somebody out there in some time. But anyway, once again, just comment below, let me know. Other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.